folks. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I have a replay from last night. Nads and I were running our Tier 8 premiums, trying to earn some credits. I decided to take the Super Pershing for a spin. Now, as you guys know, recently, maybe 2 patches ago, the Super Pershing got a HD model, and with that HD model, they corrected or changed the angle of the armor on the front. And so what I found is that they also made some other changes, and they moved this these springs over for the turret. If you look, and I'm going to pause it for a sec, but on the turret here, if you're looking at the top, we have those springs, and the reason why they put those on there, they look like 2 cannons coming off the front. For those of you that are not familiar with the Super Pershing, that extra boilerplate that's on the front there for armor, the thing that looks like it has 2 eyes in it, weighs a lot. And so they put those springs on there to help the mechanism be able to lift the gun with that spring system, or with the spring system, because those boilerplates added too much weight and they couldn't move the gun up and down easily. So they added these 2 big, they're basically like spring coils that like you have in a car or something, but the opposite. They pull that whole weight up. These, I think, in the original model used to be shifted left a little bit. So, and right behind there, you can see this is the commander's hatch with the eyepiece on it. And that is a weak spot on this tank. But when these shifted to the left, people would just shoot at these and hit the commander's hatch. Well, what's happened, I believe, is that this has shifted to the right a little bit, and now people fire directly at these. What's the matter, mate? That thing broke off your tank?
Yeah.
The machine gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a toy tank. I love you, Mater. Good boy. He just woke up. He was taking a little nap on the couch. So now when they fire at this, it's shifted to the right. And people that have been playing the game for a long time are thinking they're going to get a hit on your commander's hatch. But actually, because it's shifted to the right, you can see here when you're looking from the top now, it's not going to hit directly on like it used to. It's going to hit that second window to the right. I can't really point. Obviously, you don't see the mouse, but you have the window that's right behind it. Then you have the window that's a bit to the right of it. And that's angled at that point. So the bullets bounce off a lot more. So that weak spot's almost, it hasn't been eliminated. It's still there, but it's been reduced a bit because people are still aiming at those springs and they're not making hits. Also, the other thing that they did was that they increased the angle on the armor on the front, so it's harder to penetrate this tank again, where the nerf that they did, oh gosh, almost 2 years ago, it seems like, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years now. When they did the original nerf to the armor, that became kind of useless up front, and people could just penetrate right through the front. If you had even a little bit of angling, you could still get through, like a Tiger 2 with the 202 penetration could pen right through the front of this tank where that machine gun port is. So they went back to a little more historically accurate angle. They didn't go all the way back, but they improved it. So what I'm finding now, and this battle is a demonstration of that. This is the first battle that I've played in this in probably about a month. Maybe less, but it's been a while since I played this tank. Immediately I noticed a difference with people not being able to hit me. And they're bouncing shots like crazy. And that never happened with this tank before. Trust me, I've had a lot of battles. This is probably my third or fourth most played tank. And I never bounce shots like I am now. The last couple battles that I've played with it, I've been shocked at how many shots I'm bouncing. I don't know. Possibly we have a newer player base too. So I think that's kind of making a difference. But in this battle, let's go ahead and roll. I'm running with Nads, John Braun, and John's got his WZ-111. I thought about buying this tank, but unfortunately I didn't have the income when it was available. I was about $30 short. And to be honest with you, a $70 tank is just, I think, a little beyond ridiculous. But it's a good tank, and he said that so far he feels like it's been worth it. It does bounce a lot of shots. It's got good frontal armor, and it's actually fairly mobile. As you can see, it's a lot faster than my Super Pershing, and it's got decent gun depression for a Chinese tank. So You know, looking back, if I had the chance, I probably should have picked that guy up. But he said he actually likes it a little bit better than his IS-6. So he said it's not, way better, but it's a little teeny bit better than the IS-6. The gun is similar. The handling is similar. So anyway, we were on TeamSpeak, so you will not hear John talking, but we ran into a lot of problems here. And you can see here a lot of our tanks just spread out. If you look at the map, it's kind of interesting how things panned out, where we got a large majority of their tanks coming our way, and our guys just kind of spread out over there. But it did work eventually.
That one didn't go through.
When I looked at this layout, I thought, man, we're going to lose this. But we have 4 tanks here. I mean, that's not horrible. They just had more. I think they have 6 or 7. As you can see here, I'm just bouncing shots from these dudes.
Penetration.
And that, the 122-44 is going to have a rough time getting through my armor. He just is. He's only got 175 pen. Even if he can hit my weak spots, he's going to struggle. And now I got this guy moving up. I'm like, oh my gosh, all these tanks. And the 4502A is kind of a nightmare for the Super Pershing, because the armor is pretty decent on the front of that tank, and you're going to have a hard time with the Pershing unless you can get to that bottom plate. And even then, you don't always reliably penetrate. So, or bottom plate, I mean, not bottom pen, bottom plate. But John's holding. Got the T-34 here. Not sure what he's doing, but John had asked me, he said, please make sure that nobody comes around this way. So I said, okay, I'll hold this corner and try to keep people off. Now John's getting hit hard, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, this is not good. But he takes out the T-29. Now he's got to deal with this 4502. And our T-34 is kind of pushing a little harder than he should, I think. And that was my problem with the T-34. I always would push too hard. I don't own it. I've played it on the test server, and I've also played it. Some people have let me use it, and I struggle with it. So I'm backing up a little bit now, getting ready for, well, to get overrun, honestly.
We didn't even scratch them.
I missed. Sorry, oh no, that's the camera I was running, wasn't it? Jag Panther's going to side scrape. Oh, are you yawning, Mater? You're going to make me yawn, buddy. I'm trying to hit targets that come around. There you go, John got a hit. I got a hit. And miss. Make him miss. Tell you what, the best defense is to wiggle and not let them hit you. And John's like, man, make sure you got our backs. And I'm like, crap, I don't. And I'm looking here, the VK is getting clobbered, our VK 4205. And sure enough, Tiger 2 is coming around to take back shots at our guys, but I got up in time to get a hit into him, and the T-34 gets killed by the EZ2. And now I'm in a world of hurt. But you just saw there I bounced another shot from the EZ2. He's using that 100 and... Oh, what is that? The 100 and... I don't remember the... Oh, not the 100. It's a 76 millimeter. Duh. He doesn't have the derp gun on there. He actually probably should be running the derp. But... And then I've got a Jag Panther 2, a 110, a 4502 to worry about. Possibly also this Bulldog, though he looks like he's engaged. But here comes the rush. So the first thing I do, I'm going to stop this guy from getting around me. I aim for his tracks. And I got him. I'm getting hit, but still doing pretty good. And now I can start working on that EZ2. But this 4502 has got to be stopped. I want to kill him, but I can't hit him with his front to me. Jag Panther rams me. Wait, did you see that? Let's go back and watch again. I'm going to back out on the other camera. We're going to rewind it just a hair. So hold on. So once again, here comes this guy. I stop him. Now the Jag Panther is going to ram me. This is a really bad idea. He does almost no damage to me and ends up doing 228 to me and fires and bounces. And so that gives me the opportunity to save. Instead of shooting at him now, I've been able to shoot at the VK, and I took his lower plate out. So unfortunately, you didn't see that part of it, but I aimed for his lower plate. I aimed perfectly and took him out. So now I've got the Jag Tiger and the 110, and I've been calling for help. And as you can see here, help finally does arrive. We have a Hellcat, and we also have a VK inbound. And these guys, thank God they came, because I was it was really close. So here we go with the Jag Panther. This is all I can see.
Drive on.
So I choose to back up, and I'm going to go for that lower plate.
Destroyed.
That's where they're soft. And now the Easy 2's coming after me. He's mad. But the Hellcat shoots him in the butt. So, yeah. I wouldn't say that that's a save the game, but it was kind of an interesting getting overrun, but being able to stop. And this is where the Super Pershing really comes in strong. I have been very impressed by its ability to block shots, and I ended up getting a steel wall, obviously, after that. And from some pretty decent-sized tanks. You got the 4502, you've got the... I was blocking shots from the Jag Panther, and then some of the smaller caliber guns, obviously. The 120, well, the 122-44 is not a small caliber gun, but it's a weaker gun. So I'm loving the Super Pershing still, and it's definitely gotten better. And you know, one of those things that they didn't publish when they nerfed it, they also buffed the mobility, and I've talked about that a little bit. So even though they took some of the armor away, they gave it better mobility. Well, when they put the armor back, you still got to keep the mobility. So now it's gone from an averagely
Enemy armor is destroyed.
an averagely moderate tank to a pretty dang good tank. And I'm sorry about that, folks. I think I made about 70,000 credits on that battle. But the replay feature is not working well in World of Tanks, so I had to really jerry-rig this to get that to work. So unfortunately, I was not able to get you all the stats and stuff from that battle, but at least I was able to get it to play. This is one of the reasons why I haven't been doing Replay Fever. I've had some problems with the replay in 9.9. I don't know what they did, but they screwed something up. So anyway, hope you have a great night. Be sure to subscribe and that you enjoyed the Super Pershing run. But I'm loving the tank. They've done a really nice job with it, and it's much better than it used to be. So, and like I said, some of those changes have really, just those slight little changes have made the tank work a lot better for me. So anyway, have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Boink.